Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP today. Marc Márquez approaches the season finale with mixed feelings. While he sits in third place just a point ahead of Enea Bastianini, Marquez insists that finishing on the championship podium holds little importance to him. Instead, he's focused on closing his chapter with Gresini on a high note before his move to Ducati. Here's more on Marquez's reflections ahead of the final race. The final race of the season sees Enea Bastianini and Marc Márquez head into a fierce battle for third in the championship standings. Just 1 point separates the two, but for Bastianini, securing third carries significant weight as he wraps up his time with Ducati. Here's why this battle matters so much to him. Reigning champion Francesco Bagnaia has been candid about his approach to the title showdown with Jorge Martin. Sitting 24 points behind Martin, Bagnaia faces an uphill battle, but he insists he won't employ any aggressive tactics to tip the scales. Here's a look at how he's preparing for the crucial weekend. In the lead up to what could be a career-defining weekend, Jorge Martin has shared his thoughts on the title showdown with Francesco Bagnaia. Calm and confident, Martin could claim his first MotoGP title this Saturday, with only a few points needed to clinch the championship. Here's more on his mindset and his respect for his longtime rival. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Speaking candidly, Marquez made it clear that his battle for third in the standings isn't a priority. While Bastianini, who will soon leave Ducati, has expressed his desire to secure third, Marquez is more focused on his personal growth this season. Believe me, but it's of zero importance, the third place. I don't have any bonus for third. Maybe for Enea, but for me, it's of zero importance. That third place is not changing my life. Quote from Marquez. Marquez added that his main achievements this season came from overcoming his personal and professional struggles, rather than finishing position. My life changed with the goals I achieved this year. I tried to increase the risk to see what happens, but I risked too much and lost 2 races. This weekend's race in Barcelona will mark Marquez's final race with Gresini Racing, a team he credits with revitalizing his career. After a challenging stint with Honda, Marquez has rediscovered his competitive edge with Gresini, winning races and finding an environment that felt like family. Gresini has become a super important team in my career in only 1 season. I found the perfect atmosphere to be reborn and to feel competitive again. Marquez shared that he and the Gresini team recently held an emotional dinner to commemorate their journey together. Although he's moving on to Ducati, he emphasized his deep appreciation for the team and hinted that he might cross paths with them again in the future. I said to them yesterday night, you never know in the future. It's a team that is super professional, and you can achieve what you want with this team. As Marquez transitions to the Ducati factory team, he approaches the future with cautious optimism. This season with Gresini has been transformative, allowing him to rebuild confidence and competitiveness. Now, as he steps into a new role at Ducati, Marquez hopes to carry forward his momentum. For this final race, however, Marquez remains focused on giving his best for Gresini. He sees this race not as a chance for individual glory, but as a way to honor the team that reignited his career. The best way to say thanks will be to try to do a good weekend this race and try to finish in a very good way, Marquez concluded. As Marc Márquez gears up for his Ducati debut, he'll undoubtedly carry the support and experiences gained with Gresini. For now, his focus is set on ending the season strong in Barcelona as a tribute to the team that helped him find his footing once again in MotoGP. For Bastianini, who sits just behind Marquez in the standings, ending the season in third place would be a personal triumph. While Marquez downplays the significance of a third-place finish, Bastianini sees it as a motivating goal, especially as he heads into his final race with Ducati. It is motivation. For Marc, it's nothing. But for me, it's important. I am fighting with one of the biggest riders in this sport. I am fighting with Marc. Quote from Bastianini. Bastianini, who previously achieved third place in 2022 as a Gresini rider, says that matching this result now would mean more given the level of competition with Marquez. This weekend also marks the end of Bastianini's 2-year tenure with Ducati's factory team before he moves to the Tech 3 KTM squad in 2025. He joins a reshuffled lineup that will see Jorge Martin also leaving Ducati for Aprilia. Reflecting on his time with Ducati, Bastianini acknowledged a challenging debut season with the team but highlighted standout moments and personal growth throughout the years. Not 2023, but the rest? Every year gave me different motivation. In 2021, I brought it to the podium in Misano, and I won for the first time in Qatar with Gresini. He admits that while this year brought more consistency, he's eager to bring back the explosiveness in his riding style. As he prepares to join KTM, Bastianini hopes to end his time with Ducati on a high note by outperforming Marquez, adding that it would be strange if he and Martin, both departing, outperformed Ducati's top riders in the final standings. This weekend's Barcelona race offers Bastianini a chance to add one more memory with Ducati and set a strong foundation for his future. In 2024 I have been consistent, always at the front fighting for something good. But I was without explosiveness. I have to try to be more explosive in the future, Bastianini commented. As Enea Bastianini approaches this season finale, the motivation to secure third place goes beyond just numbers on the leaderboard. For him, it's about wrapping up his Ducati journey on a high note before embracing a new chapter with KTM. We'll see this weekend if Bastianini can end his time with Ducati in style. For Bagnaia, the task is clear. He must win both the Sprint and Grand Prix to have a shot at the title. However, he's realistic about the odds and has ruled out any special tactics to unsettle Martin's chances. My mission will be to win both races. I will not do anything to compromise the result of anyone. I will go full send. I will enjoy and I try to win both races, and then what will happen will happen. Quote from Bagnaia. Bagnaia knows the level of performance that he and Martin have consistently shown could make it difficult for either to drop out of podium contention. Nonetheless, he's counting on a bit of help from other riders and potentially the influence of race pressure. Pressure, Bagnaia acknowledges, could be the one factor that disrupts Martin's weekend. Reflecting on his past experiences, Bagnaia noted how challenging it can be to race freely under the weight of a title lead. I feel much more free right now. 2 years ago, I was really scared during the race. You can't escape from pressure. And also it's difficult to live with it. Bagnaia also commented on the likely support each rider may receive from their respective allies on the grid. He expects Martin might gain some assistance from fellow riders like Aleix Espargaro, while Bagnaia may find support from riders in his academy. Bagnaia emphasized his commitment to racing straightforwardly, dismissing any mind games like following Martin in practice, a tactic Martin used last season at Valencia. He's determined to stay focused on his performance, and sees no benefit in trying to rattle his competitor. From my side, mind games are not working. So I never did it, and I will continue doing my job. It's better to do your job, prepare perfectly, and then decide it in the race. Despite the high stakes, Bagnaia was quick to praise Martin's consistency, acknowledging that his rival deserves the title if he avoids mistakes. In case Jorge wins the title, I couldn't be happy for him. Because we've known each other for a long time and I think he's also deserving the title. As Bagnaia prepares to give his all in Barcelona, the reigning champion knows the title might still slip away. With high expectations and even higher stakes, the MotoGP finale promises an electrifying end to the season. Bagnaia will have to race not only with speed but also with precision if he hopes to challenge Martin in this final showdown. Jorge Martin, riding for Pramac Racing, comes into the Barcelona Grand Prix weekend just 24 points ahead of Bagnaia. He's stayed focused, maintaining his usual routine and looking to avoid the pitfalls of overthinking that affected him last season. "I'm fine, calm, confident. I trust in the work I've done all year. My objective is to ride at 100% always, as it was in Malaysia." Quote from Martin. Martin admits that last year, he became obsessed with the idea of winning, thinking it would change everything. This season, he's learned to approach it more steadily, aiming to do his best for his family, his team, and his fans. Unlike last year, Martin plans to manage his final race with caution. Reflecting on previous races, he says he's learned not to rush, a lesson reinforced after aggressive moments in Sepang that didn't go as planned. "I don't want to rush, that's very important. If Saturday comes, I'll take it with open arms. But if not, I've accepted the situation, and we'll see what happens." Martin also acknowledged receiving advice from Alex Espargaro, who has been supportive throughout the season. Although he values the camaraderie, Martin emphasized that he's counting on his own performance to secure the title and doesn't expect help on the track. As they head into a high-stakes weekend, Martin remains respectful of Bagnaya's style and doesn't foresee any dirty tactics. He praised Bagnaia as one of the cleanest riders on the grid, expressing confidence that their battle will remain fair. "Pecco is, I think, one of the cleanest drivers on the grid. I don't think he wants to change the perception people have of him by starting to drive dirty during the weekend." The Pramac rider, who could seal the title with a 6th-place finish if Bagnaia wins both races, says he doesn't know how to race conservatively. He's determined to push with all he has, yet carefully manage the pace to avoid costly mistakes. "I think if I were to finish 6th I would probably make a mistake, because I don't know how to do it. If I finish 6th it's because I'm giving my all, with a cool head and obviously controlling the pace." For Martin, this weekend could mark a monumental achievement in his MotoGP career. But as he prepares for the title race, he's focusing on racing his best, keeping his respect for Bagnaia, and managing the pressures of his championship pursuit. Thanks for watching ZNGP today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.